lovelies, welcome to the start to a new reading vlog. This will be a weekend reading vlog, but I am starting it Thursday night because tomorrow I will be a bit busy since it's my son's second birthday, October 3rd. So I won't really be able to start this weekend's reading vlog on Friday like I wanted to. So I thought I'd do a head start and start it off Thursday night. Which, speaking of, I am currently in the middle of 3 books, which is very unusual for me. I don't usually read different books. I usually read one book at a time, or I focus on one and then go and read the next book because it's just easier for me that way. But I thought I'd switch it up a bit this weekend since there's a lot of books I want to read in October and I just want to get to all of them. So I just picked up a whole bunch today. So one that I'm currently reading physically is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. This is a very popular book. I've been seeing it around the past few weeks now. A lot of people are reading it because it's a fall book. Look at the cover, it's like very fall-ish, you know. I am 44 pages in this one. I am really loving the vibes of it, to be honest. Like, I love the small tone vibes already. I love a single dad trope, honestly. So that's why I wanted to pick it up too once I heard that. I did see a different cover of this last year. Someone was reading it on Instagram and that cover was nice too. I'll put it up here. It's like a very 90s look to it. This is a bit of a 90s look as well. I was really liking what I read so far. It is a pretty long romance book, so it's gonna take me a bit of time to read this one, but I'm hoping it's like a slow burn romance because why would it be so long? And I love a good slow burn romance. I already like the kids in here. I already like the main characters, their vibes, so I'm just looking forward to some fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving-esque scenes to happen. So yeah, once every fall I like to read a contemporary romance that's centered in like autumn. So this one is very much an autumn romance, so that's why I decided to pick it up, and it's very popular right now, so must be the reason. Hopefully it's one of those popular books that I really enjoy. And another book I'm reading is called Spooky Years, the author's name. I've seen this one around a lot as well. I think the past 2 years I've been seeing this one around. It came out in 2023. I think it got re-released as a traditional published book, but it was first indie published. Honestly, I'm not really loving this one as much. It's giving 3-star vibes. I might DNF. I've mainly been listening to the audio, but I have it on Kindle Unlimited as well, so I've been reading along. But I started this one first today and I'm like 37% of the way through. It's just very calm and typical. Like, it's not really vibing with me, so I might DNF that one, but I'm not gonna say for sure. I'll pick it back up later on if I feel like it, since it's on my October TBR. And then lastly, I just started this one because I got my library sent a notification that they got it finally. They didn't have it for the past few months. I requested them to like get a copy, hopefully, and they did, so I was the first to borrow it. That is Cold Clay. So this is what do you call this series? Shady Hollow? Yeah, the Shady Hollow series. I read the first book last autumn, but I never continued the series, which, you know, I'm continuing it now. The first book was actually set in summertime. It's like these animals, they have like human qualities. They talk, they walk, they interact with each other. Even if they're animals that would be like the predator and prey of each other, they interact with each other like regular humans, but they're animals. Like, they talk and they're like on 2 legs. Their paws are like their hands. I don't know, I love the vibes. It's very cozy vibes. It's basically a mystery series, so it's centered around different murders, and this one Fox, she is the main character, and the way it's told in like this fairy tale like voice. So I just really love the audiobook. I'm only listening to the audio for this one because the Kindle version is like the same price as the physical copy, and I don't really want to own it physically, so I decided to just go with the audio and listen to it. Same thing with the first book. So second book I'm listening to, and the rest of the series is already available at my library. It was just book number 2 that wasn't available, and they finally got a copy of it. So once I got that notification, I was like, immediately, let's listen, because I really wanted to continue this series. So sad I couldn't get my hands on the audiobook, which I finally did. So yeah, those are the 3 books I'm in the middle. So this weekend I hope to finish If It Makes You Happy, and obviously Cold Clay, which is very short. It's not a very long book. I think it's like 200 pages or so, and the audiobook is like 7 hours long, so it's gonna be fast to finish. I may very well finish it tomorrow morning or even tonight. We'll see how I'm vibing with it, but I don't think I'll be. I started very late, like 10 o'clock, so I'm not at least likely. Like, double the speed is 3 hours. I'm not gonna listen to the audiobook for a whole 3 hours straight this late at night. So yeah, tomorrow most likely I'll be finishing Cold Clay, and I'll give my thoughts on that and my ratings, and then I'll continue this one because I really like it, and we'll see about Spooky Years later on. Hi, my loves. So it's Saturday, and as I expected, I wasn't able to start this reading vlog on Friday, my son's birthday, because I was on the road with him celebrating his birthday, and I actually went to work and then I came back before it became 12 o'clock so we could do like the cake cutting with him. And yeah, so that was fun. I had a great time yesterday. I did also pick up these fall gourds, like ornamental gourds. I'm gonna decorate basically this area with them because I don't really have that much fall decorations, but I like to get some every now and then for the year. I don't want to buy too much stuff and then not use it at all the rest of the year. So that one's not too bad. It's perfect for this time of day when it's real. So when it's like deteriorating, I'll just toss it. Also, I didn't get to show you guys my October reading spreads, but this is it. My reading journal, digital. So I have this spread and then I have my TBR. I have decided not to read Spookly Years, which I have on here. Spookly Years, I've decided not to read it because it's boring me. So far, my book haul spread page, I just have one book I bought, which is If It Makes You Happy, which currently reading that. And then my weekly reading, I put what books I've read during the week. I should put the rest of the books that I've been reading on there, which If It Makes You Happy and Spooky Years. Even though at the end of it I did pick it up and I got to the 30%, I got to the 40% mark, so yeah, it still counts, like whatever book I picked up. So I know I like to go back on my old reading spreads, like what was I reading and I probably didn't finish, stuff like that, just to keep track of all the books I pick up, not just Goodreads. I like to also manually do it myself. And yeah, so I have If It Makes You Happy. I'm still at page 44. I didn't continue reading this one, but the plan is to get a good chunk of the way through it today. And then firstly though, I'm going to be finishing Cold Clay by Junia Black. That's the one I've been currently listening to. I have like 30 minutes left of the audiobook, so pretty much done. I just need to figure out the mystery, like who murdered this moose. Like this moose, she disappeared a few years ago. She was married to this guy. He's called Joe. He owns a coffee shop, basically a cafe. A lot of people love him. He's really nice. But suddenly his wife turned up, I think 10 years later, dead in an orchid. The orchid is called Cold Clay Orchid. That's why the book is called Cold Clay. But turns out his wife was actually murdered, but everyone had thought she just left town because she always was very openly arguing with her husband and saying that she doesn't like the life they're living and that she wants to leave and go have a dream-like life somewhere else. But turns out she actually didn't leave on her own accord. She was killed in the town, but no one knew until 10 years later when her bones appeared at the orchid. And now the fox, the main character, she's trying to figure out all like who did it and basically the whole storyline. And the storyline is actually great because it's a lot of workings, there's a lot of different people that could have done it. I am like very interested in the story, and it's also very cozy and atmospheric as well. So I'm just enjoying the whole scenery and just the whole mystery aspect. It's almost done. I really want to know how she's gonna come to a conclusion and figure out who did it, because I feel like I know who did it. Basically, it's all the arrows are pointing towards that character. So I'm just like, okay, it's just like we know who did it, but we're just trying to figure out how did they do it. And how is the fox gonna find evidence to point to that character, basically? Yeah, basically that's what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up Cold Clay and then continue reading If It Makes You Happy. Well, I am having a grand time reading If It Makes You Happy. It is sure making me happy. Oh my goodness. This is so atmospheric, romantic, and just filled with this familial vibe in here that I just really love, because we have like Cliff and his daughters. Cliff is their love interest. He has two daughters. One is, I think she's 6 years old, and the other one is 16. So very big age gap between those two. But their sister bond is just so hilarious because I have four sisters, so I love reading about sisters, honestly, especially in their younger years. It reminds me growing up with my sisters. So I'm loving that. Like, honestly,
I'm really loving this book. Like, there's nothing that I hate about it at all. So chances of it being a high star rating is very much there, but I'm not gonna speak too soon. I'm gonna continue reading and see, because sometimes in the middle of the romance books when I read them, they do tend to get very boring and just like very lax in the middle. So I'm gonna see. But yeah, I'm almost at the 50% mark. I'm at chapter 15, page 186, and I'm really loving it so far. It's just everything is making my heart, like the feeling of warmth in my heart that this book is giving me is it's great. So yeah, I'm loving it if it makes you happy. And I did finish Cold Clay, which I gave 4 stars. I was thinking I would go on to book 3 in the J.D. Hollow series. The book 3 is called Mirror Lake. I still want to read it, but like then I picked this one up, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to pause and read something else in this time. Like, I'm trying to break this habit of just reading one book at a time, but like it's just I read better that way, honestly. But sometimes I like to go out my comfort zone and pick up a different book in the meantime. But I guess that's perfect for when a book is like very heavily written or it's like a fantasy book. But this romance, this fast paced, like I'm getting through it really quickly because I only started reading this last Thursday, and today is when I really picked it up back and was reading, and I've gotten so far already. The day is not even close to being finished, so I could actually finish this in one day if I really wanted to, because I see it happening. And it's just so good. I love a good slow burn romance. I love that they're building a friendship first, and it's just going so good so far. They're getting to know each other. They're getting to like interact slowly and do these nice little things for each other. And the attraction is very much there, like especially with Michelle. And I love that Cliff, he doesn't call Michelle by any nicknames, because a lot of people call her Shelly. What's another one they call her? Shells, because her name is Michelle. But she told him from day one that she doesn't like nicknames. So he decided not to call her any nickname, just her straight up her actual name, which I just find that very cute that he does that, and I just find that very respectful and sweet of him to do that. And he pays attention to what she says like a whole lot, and even she notices that. And I like this one part where Cliff, he likes to give people pastries because he's a baker, right? So he likes to give them like different treats that he makes and to see their reaction, to see if it's their favorite treat. So he's doing this thing with Michelle. She doesn't notice, but he's giving her different pastries each day. Like not each day, like every now and then when he sees her, he'll bring her something new, and he'll look at her and try to see her reaction. She'll be like, "Oh, this is really good. It's so good." But then she'll put it back down, and he's disappointed because he's like, "Oh, that's not her favorite. Then I'll have to try again." And she's wondering, why does he look disappointed a little bit? But it's because he's trying to figure out what her favorite pastry is, which I just find out adorable. It's just so good. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading it because I'm really loving it, and I might pick up more like later tonight. I might. Depends on whether or not I want to put this one down, because I'm really enjoying it. Good morning, my loves. It's Sunday. So, yesterday after we chit chat, I actually decided I listened to and read along with this book, If It Makes You Happy. I think I got the page, it wasn't here. I had passed right here. I was listening to the audiobook before. Let me double check. I was listening to the audiobook before I went to shower. Oh yeah, it was up to chapter 27. I had stopped and move along in the book. So I'm at page. Let's see, gotta get here. Okay. Page 312 is where I'm at, and it's 491 pages, I believe, in this book. So I'm almost done. I thought that I was almost done. I was close to the ending because look, like a large majority of this book is being finished already. So I was like, Let me go read something else because I'm really loving this book and I like to take it slow as possible when I'm loving a book. So yeah, that's why I decided to pick up Mirror Lake. Mirror Lake is the third book in the Shady Hollow series, and I actually was enjoying it. I started it in the middle of the night. I literally like 9:30 is when I started. I was a bit sleepy, but it woke me back up because I listened to 60% of that audiobook. It was so good. I was like, I could actually finish this audiobook. But I was like, nah, I'm sleepy. I was like missing parts. I had to rewind some parts to go back to the 60% mark because I was like, I'm not listening as much because I'm really sleepy. But I really like the whole premise of this one. So this one is about two rats now. So this lady, she's called Dottie. Well, what is her actual name? Because I don't think her name is Dottie, but they all call her Dottie because they're like, oh, the way she is. She's very superstitious. She believes in ghosts and sciences and all that. But she claims that her husband is not her husband, that he's dead. But everyone clearly sees her husband well and alive right in front of her. But she's saying that he passed away. Someone murdered him. So that's the whole premise. So Vera Vixen, she's now trying to figure out why Dottie thinks that and if that is actually true. And because the husband actually is acting weird for real, a lot of people notice that he's forgetful, but also at the same time, his mom has passed away recently, so they think that Dottie is going crazy because the mother passed away, and he's acting like very like out of it because of that too. So they're like they believe he's just acting out of character because his mom passed away and he's in grief. And Dottie's also saying that because she's in grief. But they're like, oh, it's very weird that she'll say her husband has been murdered when he's right in front of her for grief, you know? So they're trying to figure it out. And also, like, some other things happen. So it's really looking suspicious for real with him, with the husband. It's looking very suspicious. He might actually not be who he says he is for real. And Dottie might be on the right track saying that's not her husband because she knows her husband well. So she would know if he's her husband or not, you know? But no one believes her because he's clearly alive right in front of her. So I'm going to finish this one first today. Then I'm going to pick up back if it makes you happy. But yeah, I'm going to finish Mirror Lake first because I really want to know what's the outcome. It's very interesting. This little like Shady Hollow series is actually very interesting. The first book was okay. I didn't give it like 3.5 stars. But book 2 and now book 3, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm going to continue it.
Hello, my loves. Time to wrap this reading vlog up. I did finish Mirror Lake by Junia Black. That was the third book in the Shady Hollow series. I gave it 4 stars as well. I really enjoyed that one. I finished it out last night. I finally figured out what was the end result with that mystery with the 2 rats, like the wife believing that one was not her husband, that her husband was actually murdered. And I have to say, I enjoyed the revelations, and I enjoyed that even though they solved the mystery, there was still more to come involving like the characters that was all messed up in that whole entanglement there. I don't want to give any spoilers in case you guys want to read it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the books in this series. There are like 2 little novellas, though I honestly consider the series novellas in itself because they're very short. The audiobooks are like 7 hours long, so when you double the speed of that, it takes 3 hours to listen to. So I thought they were novellas already, but they do have even shorter books in between. Like there's book 3.5, 3.6, then there's book 4. So I think I want to read those two little short stories before I read book 4, which I might be reading more like winter time. I'm not sure, we'll see, because those little novellas are like more wintry, so we'll see about that. But I did finish If It Makes You Happy, and so yeah, let's talk about it before I wrap this vlog up. Oh my goodness, it's so lovely. I think I watched at least one season of Gilmore Girls. I never finished it because it got boring after a while, but I definitely think this book fits the vibes of that show for sure, especially with the small town, the neighbor next door. Like honestly, what was the guy's name in that show? I think it was Luke, the character that was next door. I honestly don't remember all the characters' name in Gilmore Girls, but the love interest in here, he definitely reminds me of that character. He was more like very straightforward, just like how Cliff is very straightforward in here. I feel like that character was very straightforward too. I like how straightforward Cliff was. He like goes straight to the point. And then Michelle, now she is very like strict and serious. I kind of relate with her in a bit where I feel like I'm like, my personal life isn't very fun like compared to a whole lot of people where they're more jokey and like outgoing. Like I can be outgoing, but for the most part I'm very relaxed and chill, and like I don't take things as like too lax as some people I would say. So I relate with her a bit when she's like, oh, I'm so serious, people think I'm too serious and stuff like that. But her and Cliff, they were just such opposite of each other, but it honestly made sense, and I honestly enjoyed seeing them make a friendship and like falling in love slowly and realizing that they're in love with each other. And I love the scenes with Rocket the dog. I love how Michelle came to own Rocket, and how overall, especially the epilogue where we get a POV of Rocket's like perspective of her, and it's so funny because honestly, Michelle, she thought that Rocket didn't like her, but I think he loves her. The way he's like always with her and the way he interacts with her, I think he really loves her, to be honest. And yeah, like I really love a good dog. I like a dog side character being next to the MC. So I honestly enjoyed that too, with the dog and his friendship with Cliff's daughter, the youngest one, Brittany. That was so sweet. That one part was like sad where they were like not friends for a little bit, but it's realistic, it happens, you know. But they came back to be friends again, and I really love that. And then Cliff and Michelle, oh, they're so sweet. Like I love the last scene at the airport. That topped it off for me. 5 stars. It's a 5-star romance for me. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy to say this popular romance book actually lived up to the hype in my perspective. I really enjoyed it. It was the perfect slowness to their romance, and then they had enough time to build together and build a friendship, and the family bond, like Cliff's family, Michelle's family, they came together, and just the whole small town vibes. The people weren't too nosy, but they were always in your business at the same time. Like everyone knew when Cliff went on a date. Like that was a whole other thing. And the emotions, the chemistry, it was top notch. I loved it. So yeah, that's my wrap. If It Makes You Happy, I give it 5 stars. It was just so good. I really enjoyed it, and it was so atmospheric and just so fall like, and it went into winter as well, so it transitioned from fall to winter. Perfect romance, but perfect. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this weekend reading vlog. I don't know what my next vlog will be, but I'm excited to read some more books this fall season. It's my favorite season. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. See you in my next video.